All right, a couple weeks ago, we did a story on Allison Mack. You may remember her. She was the cast member from the show Smallville that found herself embroiled in a legal whirlwind when she came in contact with the group NXIVM, uh,
A sex cult. We can call it
a
that.
alleged sex cult. I guess I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know
he
how we
went to
say it
prison for the
properly.
rest of his life. I don't think it's
Okay,
alleged
well,
anymore, but
maybe it's not. But me and Kush did the story. We broke the news that Allison had actually gone onto Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, Talk Inside of You, with Michael Rosenbaum. Great podcast, highly recommend it. Well, this story that we did, this clip that we did of this story, went viral on YouTube. A lot of people were interested in the story, and we got a lot of comments from it as well. So I talked to Kush and thought it might be fun if we went through the comments and actually looked at them and tried to answer some of them. So that's what we're going to do here. And hopefully we can answer everybody's questions and have a little fun. Some of the questions are dumb, but
I mean, it's the
we'll answer them.
internet.
We'll answer them. Let me turn my overlay back on. There we go. Okay. So I'll read the question and then we'll respond. Yeah.
Sounds good.
At some level, quote, being the victim of years of manipulation doesn't work. And I think certain people shouldn't get a nice platform to wiggle their way into people's empathy. She shouldn't be tortured or forever imprisoned, but I think people can at least expect her to sink to the level of us normos and get a normal job, a small apartment, and live out her life like anyone else. That seems fair. And with what she did, she should never again have any access to tools that allow her to use her trained charisma to influence people. Think Kim Wexler's exile and Better Call Saul's ending. That's a good point. I mean,
Preach.
I
I
think
agree.
I think we agree. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're saying is that it shouldn't be something that she's constantly haunted by and chained to. I mean, it was terrible and awful, and she was punished for it. She served her time and she did her time. So again,
Agree with that though, because like he was charged with incredibly serious crimes like human trafficking, and the only reason that she only went to jail for like a year and a half is because she turned on Keith Rainier.
mhm,
And so they dropped all the serious charges and all she was charged with was racketeering.
mhm,
And so, I mean, I guess you could say she paid her debt to society, but really, if she had served the sentence for the crimes she did actually commit, she would be in prison for the rest of her life,
mhm,
just like Keith Rainier was. But so I'm not sure. And listen, I believe in redemption very much on a personal level, but if she was doing something to redeem herself, she would be doing something for society to make amends to her victims. She would I don't know, but, like, going on podcasts and trying to get back in the public eye just doesn't seem very, redeeming to
mhm,
me. So
mhm.
I agree with this person.
All right, good deal. Sorry, I'm changing a couple things because Sammy clearly has no interest in this story,
That's okay.
which is fine. No, that's
We'll
fine.
we'll get to
Well, it's about you guys.
Yeah, I know. I switched over to us. That's cool. Let's check out our next comment. All right. Oh God damn it.
I mean, I also agree with this.
Shrink it down so everybody can see. And again, not trying to dox anybody, so as you can see, the names and the usernames have been blacked out. This comment says everyone should have the right to tell their side of the story. I would rather hear it straight from the source than he said, she said.
I mean, I also completely agree with that. I
Yeah.
I don't buy into this, like I just really hate the word platforming. I wish we just didn't have it because, like Who cares? Let people. I do agree with this. Let people talk. We want to hear what they have to say, so we know who they.
Mm,
Like, but if she is going to do that, then she has to expect the consequences of it.
right.
If you're going to go out there and put yourself all over the place
The mud
again,
will be
don't
sown.
get all upset when people are like, "Are you a human
Yeah.
trafficker?"
Shouldn't you be in
Like,
jail somewhere?
right. So, I mean, if you don't want that public scrutiny in your life, then don't go out there and tell your story. So, I
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, she absolutely has the right to tell her
Everybody
story,
has the
and
right
we
to
have
tell
the
their
right
story.
to judge her
That's
for it.
right. Absolutely right. All right, let's check out our next one. So the first comment says, I regret opening a video that is a day old and only had 173 views. Check it now, asshole.
Well, I
And then you
mean,
had
what do you do? Just
another guy
comment
go,
on YouTube?
why?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's like, who gives a shit how many views it's got? If it's a topic you're interested in, click on it.
Right.
Goddamn haters.
I mean, do you have a comment on it then?
No!
Like, do you disagree with
This
something?
is a
Whatever.
troll, simply troll. You notice
Next.
I heart and like every comment. By the way,
Right.
I encourage whether you hate me or love me to engage with me.
Right, of course.
What's there? Oh my
Ooh, big
god.
one.
Okay, this is a big one. All right, I'll read it real quick. He's actually been very open about the fact that he wasn't close to Allison while they were filming Smallville, was not one of her close friends, and that he didn't really know much about her. Talked about it way back when the NXIVM scandal first broke, because people were always trying to get his take on Mac's involvement. And he pretty much said, quote, I can't really offer you anything because the truth is we only had a working relationship when we had scenes together, and I didn't
That's
really know her that well
probably true.
offset. That is true. I've heard him say this. I believe he may have said she'd only been to his home once during the entire time Smallville shot, and that was with another person in tow, and they just sort of stopped by, did a quick hit and run. Now, if you actually listen to the story, it was a little bit weirder than that, but okay. So he was just as perplexed and clueless when the story broke as anyone. I have heard there's an amount of pushback he's getting now for being kind to a convicted human trafficker and SAer by giving her a platform where she can attempt to redeem herself. But he was aware of this, expressed his own misgivings at the time, and concluded that everyone has the right to tell their own story, and he was trying to do just that by allowing Mac on the show. I mean, obviously, it can be seen as a mutually beneficial or parasitic, you choose, situation where she might be able to unsully her image if she's verbally dexterous enough and he can drive traffic
That's
to his
it.
podcast.
That's it. I mean, everybody here has an agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to benefit off of Allison Mack being a big story. Heck, we're trying to benefit off of Allison Mack being a big
Look,
story.
I don't
You know what I mean?
blame.
Like, I
Yeah, I don't
do
blame
what you got to
Rosenbaum for what
do.
he's trying to do. I mean, he's trying to do what we're all trying to do.
She just has a tendency to come off as I don't really want to talk about
People have
that
said
part of
that
my
too.
life.
I,
And
I
it's
said
like,
that. I was like,
well, then why are
why are
you
we
on
listening
the
to you?
internet?
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
It's like I can just read the
That
story. I
that's
mean,
like very disingenuous.
yeah, I agree. Great comment, though. Great comment.
Yeah.
Another big one. I think this is when we were talking about the red
How do you
flags.
know if it's a
Yeah.
cult or not? Yeah.
Here is the comment. These were good warnings to watch out for as far as, quote, am I in a self help group or a freaky cult, unquote, question goes. I would like to add one of the most important tells for you're in a cult, for when you're in a cult, I think that means, is if they try to separate you from your loved ones and encourage you to distance yourself from non believers, making them
Yeah.
out to be virtual enemies who are working against you. He says, couldn't agree with you more, Kush. You pointed out someone having certification or specialized training degrees doesn't mean anything as far as preventing harm or psychological damage. You did say that.
Right. I mean, there's
Right.
like everybody is a licensed therapist these days. That doesn't mean they're a good one.
Mm. Jody Hildebrand springs to mind. I don't know who that is. Is that some
I think he says
psychiatrist or
it.
something? Okay. She was the go to therapist with all the credentials Utah required to be a mental health practitioner, and she was malevolent and predatory. Your own critical thinking, inner voice, and judgment should always come into play. I degree hanging on the wall or a license to practice from the state, quote, remember Dr. Death? I do. Unquote, is ultimately only indicative that this person spent money and passed a test.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I think we were talking about like Allison Mack is going to school to be
Right.
a psychologist or something like that.
Yes.
I don't know what she's wanting to do.
Well, no, I'd mentioned she wanted to go into women's studies.
Oh
Remember?
God.
Yeah.
The irony.
And they laughed her out of class. Now I think she's going more toward psychology of some sort. I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, okay, so I read a little bit about how she is dating or married to, maybe she married him,
She
the
married him.
former
Yeah,
neo-Nazi.
she married him.
I mean, but he's also very outspoken against that now. Like he
He
turned
is
his
he
life
is
around or whatever.
outspokenly reformed.
I mean, it
Yes.
kind of seems like a match made in heaven if
A
you're
little
being
bit.
like, I
Or in
mean,
hell.
because who
One or
else
the
are you
other.
gonna date as a reformed like cult
Neo
leader?
Nazi.
You're gonna have to date a reformed
Neo Nazi.
something. Yeah, exactly. So
I wonder if he ever lets anything slip. You know?
I bet they both do. No one's watching.
All right. Here we go. We'll do maybe this one and maybe one more.
I like the one that someone said I was cynical or something, or
Yeah,
what did they
well,
say?
I want to do that one. Yeah, sure.
True.
I want to do that one. I agree with the host. She isn't doing anything to spread cult awareness or much to help others avoid the perils of what she was sucked into and eventually became a perpetrator of herself. She is just kind of trying to sweep it all away and quote unquote move on. It's an opportunity missed. Frankly, I have my doubts as to how far Mac has truly moved away from her indoctrination or distanced herself from the NXIVM alliance. She still seems very conflicted and hesitant at times. I will agree to that. She was hesitant a few times in that podcast. That's one thing I didn't bring up last week. Where like she was thinking for the answer, you know?
Yeah, I mean she's
Yeah. I mean, which I think she's
being
doing.
very careful about what she says, probably for legal reasons.
To admit the amount of devastation Rainier wreaked and wants to not take full responsibility for her part in what all of that group did. Again, that's an opinion that a lot of people share with Allison Mack. That they don't believe her, they don't think she's trying to change, they don't think anything other than she's just trying to
And I
better her
would
image.
think that she was trying to change if she wasn't doing these podcasts. If she was just living out the rest of her life as like the other person said, us normos, like
Right.
that I might believe that she was like moving on. But clearly she's not.
No.
I don't know.
I think it's a time will tell thing.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything since that that I saw or know of. So I'm not saying that excuses anything,
It's also
but
like this is sometimes you want to be like, girl, this is not good for you.
yeah.
Like you could use a little time away from the public eye just for her sake, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's the type of person that sits online and reads every comment about her.
Probably.
I get that impression.
I get that too for sure. Uh, yeah. Kush is very cynical. Here, let me.
Oh,
I want to blow that up a little bit.
we
See,
frame that.
I want screenshot.
I feel like
You are
I feel like
correct,
that's not
sir.
how you spell cynical though.
I think it
I think
is.
it is. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
Kush is very cynical, but she has every right to be, especially in this situation, in my opinion.
I just
I think everybody's
don't
going to be cynical.
believe what people say as much as I believe what people do.
Talking about censoring people.
Well, I definitely don't want to censor people.
No,
I just
absolutely
think that karma is going to get you. I mean, if you're going to go out there, that's what you're going to get.
We'll do this last one. She needs to speak and we need to hear. Believe what she says or not, but she was also a victim. One that also became a perpetrator, but she accepts responsibility for her actions and has served her time. Now we need to give her a chance to succeed or fail. I mean,
Agree with that to a degree.
right.
Of course, she was somewhat of a victim, but like that doesn't excuse your crimes, right? And I don't think
Right.
they're saying that. I mean, she also was a perpetrator. I disagree with the fact that she served her time because she got out of her serious charges by turning on him,
Mhm.
which everybody does. Don't get me wrong. That's the way our legal system works. But she did not serve the time for the crime she actually committed. She served the time for the crimes they charged after she turned. So that's my opinion.
That's a good point. I'm just cleaning some stuff up here. Sorry.
But yeah, give her a chance. Let her
I
go on these podcasts and we'll all talk about
Let it happen.
and all of that. I don't know that it's a good thing for her, but
I definitely
know.
don't think it's a good thing for her at all.
whatever.
But
You do you, Allison.
yeah.
You do you.
Right, almost got it. There. Okay. All right. Anyway, those are some of the comments that we had on our Allison Mack story. Again,
Great comments,
great comments, guys.
Keep
We
them
welcome
coming.
them. Yes, and we will highlight comments as they come in. Again, this one just had several, as you can see, they were pretty in depth, and this is an important story for people, and we get that.
If they start getting like hundreds of comments, we'll just make a whole segment.
Yeah,
I mean,
comment response. We like that. I like that.
The show is meant to be interactive, and we're meant to interact with you guys. So I would certainly welcome that. But nevertheless, let us know what you think of this story in the comments. Who knows? Maybe we'll read your comments next week. And make sure you like the video, subscribe so you know when we go live. We'll see you in the next one.